Siemaneczko widzowie, dzisiaj będziemy szukać księżycy de Mimosa i poznamy hipogryfa. Zapraszam do oglądania.
Revelio.
No, coś znalazło. A, tam daleko jakiegoś motylka. Klucz by się przydał. No, może bym to przy okazji zrobił, o?
Accio.
Dawaj książkę.
Revelio.
A klucza nigdzie nie widzę. Dobra, na razie nie robimy. Wydawało się 70 kroków, a już idę. Dalej nie doszedłem. Tutaj co to jest? Aha, mogę sobie to poobracać, tak? Czemu tak dziwnie leciała sobie? O, nic to nie daje. O, mam płomień fiu.
Revelio.
Co on tam robi? Też bym tak chciał mieć. Dobra, poznaję. Wiem, gdzie jestem. Dawaj Leviosa. Które to było? Tutaj.
Levioso.
Mamy przewodnika. Jeszcze 7 wyszło, że potrzebuję. Dobra, idziemy do tego profesora w końcu, bo nie dojdziemy tam dzisiaj. Jest główne wejście do Hogwartu jakieś? No to by wyszło, jeszcze ani razu tu nie byłem. Bo klucza na razie nie mamy.
Levioso.
Tutaj Leviosa.
Revelio.
O, dawaj kluczyku, chodź.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Mam, no, zaraz podejdę.
Accio.
Gdzie jest klucz?
Revelio.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a
Dobra, co tam
moment?
chcesz?
Are you calling me Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need.
Co zaś ode mnie
You see,
chcesz?
I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings.
Dobra, czyli
I
muszę
heard
iść
there's a
do
store of them in
Niedolnego
Honeydew Cellar.
Królestwa.
I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeydew Cellar and grab a few dried
No,
billywig
kolejne
stings for
tajne
me.
przejście w Hogwarcie. No, to może
Of
być tajemne
course.
przejście? W to
You
nie
never know
graj.
when you might need a quick means of escape from the castle.
Brilliant, thank you. But you should know that it's not exactly quick. It's the secret bit that's helpful. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Czy to
Are
nie
you
jest
asking me to
kradzież?
steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeydukes is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
No dobrze, już nie
I'll
będę cię
see what I
moglował.
can do,
Zrobię
Gareth.
to.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help.
Ciekawe, co
Perhaps I can
wymyślisz.
convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get
What
those
could
dried
be
billywig
Descendium?
stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
Płomień fiu, czyli tu już byłem? Co tam było? Chyba, że tak gra się źle renderowała, ale wydawało mi się, że jakby ktoś tak kapokiem zarzucił. Na razie nie idę. Była jakaś misja poboczna.
Revelio. This looks like the right statue.
Przejście do Młodego Królestwa? Tutaj?
Now, what was the password?
Discendium. Dobra, na razie tego nie otwieramy. Idę zrobić misję.
Accio!
No dawaj te Akio, gdzie to jest?
Revelio!
Dziękuję. Cześć, kim jesteś?
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend.
A, woźny,
Gladwin
dobrze.
Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had
ciekawe
a
co.
rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you.
Co
I
pan
could use your help
potrzebuje?
with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Przeczekamy cały dzień. I całą noc. O, dobra, jest noc. I co się stanie? A, tak świeci sobie. I co, będę musiał ich szukać w nocy?
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue.
Compulso! Arresto momentum.
Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk.
A gdzie idziemy?
Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade.
Ciekawe, co w ogóle
Someone,
oznaczają.
it seems, is trying to torment me.
A, że ciebie
You see,
dręczyć.
that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshift,
Bogini byli śmieszni w sumie.
which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
Boi się demimozów?
Demiguise.
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my
Łapserdaki?
suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in
Dobrze, dobrze, ale
removing
to
the
szybciej, szybciej,
statues.
bo noc
Why
mija.
me?
A ja dalej nie zbierałem
A
nic
couple
więcej.
of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go
Spoczko,
about my evening
zrobimy to.
duties.
A ile ich jest? Chętnie
I'd
pomogę.
be glad to help
Jakie
you, Mr. Moon.
kłopoty mogą
Oh,
mieć
I
przez
knew
to?
I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct?
Okej.
You'll want to do that
To
before
mnie tam
wandering the
znajdzie,
tower at night.
jakie mogą mieć konsekwencje za to w
Next,
sumie.
you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in?
O, będę znał Alahomora?
That's out.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck.
Mam nadzieję, że mapa mnie tam doprowadzi. Bo kompletnie nie wiem, gdzie są miejsca, o których wspomniał. O, ale Homora nie jest taka łatwa. Dawaj, dawaj. Dobra, tu też ledwo, ale mamy Alohomora. Kolejny zamek otwarty. Jest coś ciekawego, jakiś liścik. Dobra, nie będziemy tego czytać. Kogoś prywatnej korespondencji. Tam kasiorka była, dobra. Nikt tu nie śpi? Teraz to otwiera przede mną drzwi. Dosłownie. Mogę wszędzie wejść. Pożyczyć niektóre rzeczy. Przez kogo w ogóle ja mogę być wykryty? O nie, on tu idzie. Ja mnie wykryje. O nie, ja tu nie powinienem przyjść w ogóle. Czemu on tu idzie?
Revelio.
Dobra. Teraz się przestraszyłem, że mnie wykryje. A dużo ich tu chodzi po tej szkole. Tych muszę jakoś odgonić.
Revelio.
Fontanna z jednorożcem.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor is best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being...
O nie.
I had planned to go...
Ojej, nie pykło.
What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not. Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport.
No nie, niemożliwe.
Oh,
Serio?
how's that?
Nie wiem, jak tu przejść.
I was finally going to learn...
Dobra, udało się w sumie.
Flying about and the golden
Wykryje mnie na bank.
Oh, I suppose I should pay
Nie.
attention to the next match, if there ever is one.
Idź sobie, no. A coś tam robi teraz przy jakimś ziomeczku. Obie wychodzą, dobra. Dobra, zeszły, tylko gdzie poszły? Idą na dół. Ja też powinienem.
Revelio.
Ciekawe, gdzie one biegną. Postać sobie przy tym? Nie. Jeszcze niżej. Korupa żółwia wysadzona klejnotami. Ty, ziomeczku? Gdzie idziesz? Pójdzie tam? Pójdzie.
Revelio.
Gdzie one poszły? A, wychodzą stąd, dobra. Siema,
Hello, Mr.
profesorku.
Moon. I have the moons you asked me to
Panie
collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I First suspected Peeves, he drove the previous caretaker, rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's
Dobrze, chętnie
definitely
pomogę.
intriguing.
Tylko kiedy?
I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Okej, spoczko. Poszukamy
Understood.
chwilę. Nie
I shall
teraz.
keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery. We are fortunate to have a student brave enough to eradicate...
Faktycznie, wychodziłem tędy gdzieś. No, jak zwykle już zaczęli beze mnie, niestety.
Hello, Gareth. What exactly did you want me to do
Nie wiem,
again?
przecież pamiętam,
Find
co
the
mam
secret
zrobić.
passage that goes from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade. Should be behind a one-eyed witch statue. Then follow it to Honeyduke's cellar and grab some dried billywig
Dobrze,
stings
dobrze,
for my
spoko,
newest
spoko.
concoction.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting,
Podstawy są
would
ważne.
you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy, Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Co to za zwierzątko?
Pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
Geralt z Rivii?
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts.
Co mam
I like to
zrobić?
think it
Szczotka dla
enriches
zwierząt
his
służy do opiekowania się
experience.
magicznymi zwierzętami. Naciśnij T, a następnie wybierz szczotkę dla zwierząt. O, jest zadowolona, jeszcze jest głodny.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast
O,
food?
jakiś błąd. EMG, source, use feed. Okej. Ale skąd ja wezmę to jedzenie?
What do you
Muszę gdzieś
suppose the
kupować, czy
pellets
co?
taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
Dziękuję, będę miał
That's good
Geralda.
news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And
Jak on
cleanliness.
wygląda? Jakiś śmieszek.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them.
Ciekawe, co mi się trafi.
Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
Puguchary? Co to
This
jest?
way. The Neasels are over here.
Aha, dobra, takie koty jakieś dziwne. Spasłe koty.
Oh,
Jaką
couple
ma
of
twarz?
nasal whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeyduke's. Stupid thing.
Jak zwykle siter inny. Ugryzie go?
What are you doing?
Tus peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
Tamta w tle jest
That's really
najlepsza,
not funny.
najbrzydsza.
Let's go.
Frajer. Dobry kotek. Muszę go nakarmić i wyczesać. Aha, dobra, mogę wejść.
The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
Wydaje mi żarcie je czesze,
It
że na pewno mnie
appears our
polubiło.
time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there
Okay.
you are.
Co tam?
I would like a moment, please.
Hello,
Już coś
Professor.
nabroiłem?
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beast
Spoczko, ale co z
lesson?
tego będę miał? Może
It
jakby
was
się pojawiło
wonderful.
więcej
I
zwierząt w
believe I'm really
Hogwarcie.
going to enjoy
O,
this class.
to byłoby spoko.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for
Ciekawe, na kogo ta
correctly,
klatka jest z
which
tyłu.
does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate
To dostanę
matters that
więcej
we
zadań
can
pewnie.
control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be
Zrobię
on the
takie
lookout
rzeczy.
for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts
Co,
as
będę
you
musiał
can on
chodzić
your
po lesie
own
i szukać
time.
zwierząt?
Hey, over here. Come on.
Co tam?
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't
Nie
have
ma za
to.
co.
You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my
samo
gran and I
pomyślałem.
say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
Aragoga? Idziemy do
intrigued me.
Aragoga.
Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take
Co tu
just
jest?
anyone there.
O,
In
chyba
fact,
jakieś
you're
zwierzęta.
the first.
Really? Well, thank
Myślałem,
you.
że znajdźki.
I think.
As I said, we think alike.
Daleko
As a
jest las?
surprise.
No chyba trochę daleko.
Quite the weather I have, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
O, jakoś... Aha, myślałem, że to żaba. A to ten kryształ był.
Don't worry, we're nearly there.
I to jest
It's
las?
just ahead.
No dobra, tu jest jakiś kawałek lasu, jest, no.
Stand back.
Czy tu gryf przyleci? Tak, gryf. I pogryf. Ardodziób.
Please meet Highway.
Wzniosło skrzydło.
Isn't she just magnificent?
Wspaniała.
Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
On też się ukłoni, czy nie? Jeszcze niżej? Co za gościu. No ale też się ukłonił, okej. Ale masz szpony wielkie.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check
Zwierzę
on
nie
her
jest
every
gotowe
once
na
in a while.
kontakt.
Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Wszyscy jedzą to samo, korki do wina. Muszą być pyszne. Czy się zdenerwowało? No, po prostu zapaleciała. No dobrze.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
Była
I
wspaniała.
thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be
Czyli
there for you?
zagadka się
I've
wyjaśniła
seen
w
it
sumie.
firsthand with
Jak
her.
wtedy
How
przyszliśmy pierwszy
exactly
raz do
did you and
Hogsmeade.
Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the
Ja nic nie
ministry to
słyszałem o
help.
żadnych
I don't
kłusownikach.
often
Może
agree
coś
with
powiecie
Professor
więcej?
Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poacher's influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
Brzmi
That does seem
podejrzanie.
strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm
Może
going to
coś
look
jest
into it.
wartościowego w jakichś
Find out what's
zwierzętach.
going on, what they're doing.
Pewnie będę musiał ci pomóc, tak?
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Spoczko, dzięki.
Widzowie, to już koniec na dzisiaj. Dzięki za oglądanie i do zobaczyska.